what you see now is about to disappear.
Chef Michael begins pouring a bubbling hot caramel sauce over the chocolate orb.
It's really mesmerizing just watching it melt and fall apart like that.
So the first thing they have to do is temper the chocolate. The reason we temper chocolate is so that they can work with it and it'll hold that spherical shape. They need to bring it up to a temperature about 114 degrees.
Come on.
If you overheat it, it could split and become very, very grainy.
To me, baking is like rocket science, very measured and precise. There's so many things that could go wrong.
You're about 10 minutes in, guys.
Chrissy?
I pull my chocolate off the heat.
This is the tricky part happening now.
This is still too hot. I have to make sure it's at the proper temperature.
Josh is checking the temperature on his chocolate now.
Trying to get it to 88, 89. Now I'm putting handfuls of cold chocolate into it to bring that temperature down. So close.
This is definitely the most precise and exact challenge we have ever given to home cooks.
You're good. Yeah, we're good. Perfect. I'm good to go. All right.
What they're going to do is take that tempered chocolate, pour it into those molds.
All right, baby, come on.
They shape them so there's an even coating of chocolate inside.
Even professional chefs often make mistakes with the chocolate spheres.
Come on, come on, come on.
Come on, baby, come on, baby. I'm trying to coat every part of this ball. Come on. I'm shaking it like a maniac right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Come on. Come on.
It's good. Finally, I get it to a point where I like it. I sprint to the kitchen, put it in the fridge to cool off.
Josh has finished his sphere.
Let's go, Josh. Way to move, bud.
Yeah.
5 minutes left, and now I'm messing around with my globe. I'm starting to turn it. I'm trying to pry it open very nicely and gently.
You have to have very steady hands.
Now I'm kind of holding my breath.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at that.
Look, but he still has one half to release.
Yes, Joshy.
You got it?
Oh, baby, yes.
Wow.
You're giving me
Good
goosebumps,
job.
man.
Good job, Josh.
Good job, Josh.
Hi there, Josh.
Chef?
That was an amazing challenge to watch. How did you feel when you finally had those molds release from the chocolate?
Definitely happy that it came out one piece.
Well, the tempering of the chocolate, I think, was pretty decent because it has that nice, lustrous shine to it. Now, the moment of truth. This dessert needs to reveal what lies beneath it. It has to be that perfect thickness in order for that magic to happen.
Oh, yes.
Right on cue. A real showpiece. I want to try a little of that sponge toffee. In my mind, nothing wrong with the taste. I would just like to have seen it a little bit more fluffed up. But I appreciate the fact that you did it twice to try and perfect it.
Thank you,
Good luck.
Hey, Josh,
Chef?
the outside, it's important, but that's only the face. The inside, that's also very important, right? So, how's your inside? The cake, just a little bit dry. But I love figs. You did a great job cooking them. The butter, the seasoning, it just adds an extra goodness into this dessert. Were you surprised you were able to pull this off?
Yeah, Chef, you know, being a big guy, not used to little dainty things like that. I was a little worried I'd manhandle it too much, but I was super happy to get it all together for you.
Well, very nicely done.
Thanks, Chef.
I'm working on my chocolate pastry next because that has to freeze solid before I'm able to dip it in the hazelnut chocolate coating. So I need to get that into the freezer right away.
Christopher,
Chef Alvin,
let me guess, you're doing dessert.
absolutely. I think all my teammates trust me to do it.
Obviously, there'll be a high expectation. You're supposed to be the sweet king.
Absolutely, Chef.
What are you doing?
I've decided to stick with the Italian theme and go with the hazelnut chocolate mousse, and I'm going to be pairing it today with a savory truffle ice cream.
Truffle in desserts, have you ever done it before?
Yes, truffles and chocolates goes really well together, and because today we're doing an Italian challenge, I thought this would be the perfect dessert.
Sounds tough. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you, Chef. This dish is really innovative. Truffles are very rarely seen in desserts. Because they have such earthy, rich umami flavor, I think compared to the other cooks, I'm really pushing the boundaries and upping the ante. Okay, right down to the last 5. Oh, let me check my crumble. Oh my gosh.
I am just trying to plow through it because I don't want to not have anything on the plate.
1 minute. One more minute left.
Let's go. Come on.
60 seconds.
You can do it, Taya. Come on, Taya. Get it in.
My hands are so shaky.
Everything's going according to plan. The colors on the plate are bright. I'm making this dish a showstopper. I'm using gold flake, and I'm not being shy with it. I want to transport all of the guests to a 3-star Michelin restaurant. Today's dessert is a truffle vanilla bean ice cream. Underneath is a bit of a pistachio powder. You have the chocolate mini pastry, which is filled with a chocolate mousse and a liquid caramel center, and dipped in a hazelnut chocolate coating. And then finally on the base, you have a lemon calamansi gel for some acidity.
I love truffles and adding savory into a dessert, but like truffle ice cream and chocolate bar are things you wouldn't usually put together.
Whoa. You're a very strange man. I've never tasted anything like that in my life.
Andy, what do you think?
I think my brain's trying to catch up to what I just ate. The truffle ice cream, when I first ate it, I didn't think I liked it, and then I started really liking it the more that I ate. It's so fun.
None of the flavors really worked for me. I really enjoyed the chocolate mousse and the caramel, but then you go over to the truffle ice cream and it's just punching you in the face with truffle. And then I get the acidity from the calamansi. I don't know, it kind of doesn't make sense to me right now.
It was really rich and delicious. I am in agreement with May, though it feels kind of like two different things on a plate. And when you eat them all together, it's a little confusing, but I can check off the list that I've had truffle ice cream.
I feel like I want to spend a minute in Christopher's brain. I think he's a mad scientist in the best way. The truffle is extremely interesting, which is something you wouldn't expect in a dessert. It was creamy, the texture was amazing in the ice cream.
If I had known that it was my fellow cooks who would be doing the tasting, I would have dumbed down the flavors a little bit and made it a little bit more comforting, not so polarizing for my fellow cooks.
Christopher, I gotta tell you, when I tried the truffle ice cream, it just sucker punched me. And I loved it. I thought that it was bold. It reminded me a lot of the way I cook. I want my food to stand out. I think you did the same thing. Your food really pops.
I think if you'd taken the truffle, infused it into the chocolate, where they two would work together so much more in a subtle way, and then have the ice cream as a foil to round things out, heaven.
Chefs sometimes have to challenge people. If you're confident, then stick with it. You gotta have that strength there. I don't think you should change it at all.
Thank you, Chef.
Before I left, I asked my daughter, what should I cook on MasterChef Canada? And she said, chocolate cake. So I am making a chocolate cake today, way outside my comfort zone, but I'm doing this for my daughter, Vivi. Season 5, I would have never touched a baking challenge, and this time I'm leaning right into it and just going for it. So today I'm going for a more classic layered cake. I want a really deep chocolatey buttercream. So I get the basil, cocoa powder, icing sugar, a little bit of almond milk, and whip that all together to make a super delicious buttercream. Next, I need to get cracking on this chocolate cake. Anytime you make substitutions for plant-based, you have to think of the science behind what you're taking away. For this chocolate cake, I'm substituting applesauce for eggs. It's adding in that additional moisture. And for buttermilk, I'm substituting almond milk and a little bit of vinegar. The vinegar actually curdles the almond milk and gives it a texture of buttermilk, helping with the rising of the cake itself. I still don't fully know exactly how I'm going to plate this cake. Plating for this challenge really does matter because the goal is to elevate comfort food. I have in my head a concept where I want to have a layered cake, but the cake is still feeling hot.
He's cutting it tight.
You can't put a hot cake on the plate because it will melt the icing. But I have a backup plan. I'm gonna take it in a modern direction. At the beginning of this challenge, I was thinking about more classic layered cake. But then I ended up in a modern direction. Kind of risky, it's a little bit different. I hope the judges will appreciate it. I made a death by chocolate and black bean cake, buttercream icing, and a little bit of toasted coconut as well. This was made for my daughter.
It really is youthful and modern and current, but it still has that comforting look about it. The buttercream is so light and fluffy and not overly sweet. And I love the fact that you've added the black beans, a little bit of coconut for contrast and crunch and texture. It really is a delightful tribute to your daughter.
Thank you, Chef.
So today I'm making a chocolate mousse Nanaimo tart. I never liked doing desserts, I never liked baking, so I'm definitely stressing.
30 minutes. You have 30 minutes left.
Eric, slow down.
The judges told me to slow down, but I just think it's more efficient to sprint there. Like, I'm wasting time, I'm walking.
Close that blast chiller, Eric. Is someone burning something?
Oh my God, somebody's station is smoking.
What the hell is burning?
That's my station. Oh my God. It's a caramel. I'm definitely screwed.
5 minutes left. You have 5 minutes to put together a beautiful dessert for us, or it will be your last 5 minutes in the MasterChef Canada kitchen.
Eric, you're burning again.
Damn it! Every time I leave.
He's actually burnt
I think it's his caramel again.
Burn it twice.
He's almost in tears. Walk me through it. What is it?
The top is supposed to represent like the custard of the Nanaimo bar. It's flavored the same as the vanilla and icy sugar. The inside's filled with chocolate mousse.
So you made caramel not once, not twice, 3 times.
Yeah, chef. I made a quick caramel at the end, just to candy my nuts.
Did you have time to taste it?
No, chef.
I want you to tell me if you recovered from that mistake.
Tastes pretty good.
I think you're right. Mistakes aren't always a bad thing.
Thank you, chef.
You know, the thing with chocolate and bacon, you don't want to put too much chocolate because it's difficult to find that balance without having the chocolate become too overpowering, too sweet.
I was given bacon and chocolate, probably expecting to make a dessert, which is just not how I'm rolling. The judges are telling me that I have to push myself even harder, so I'm making deep fried chicken wing with some chocolate bacon mole.
Italian girl knows Mexican too, huh?
Mole, 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 mole.
Well done.
If this isn't out of the box, I don't know what is. Top 10, here I come.
Sabrina, please bring up your dish.
Today is the day I have to show them I'm in this to win this. Deep fried chicken wing in a Mexican chocolate and bacon mole sauce. I cooked my mole down with some cinnamon sticks, cumin, jalapenos, and chili powder.
I love Mexican cuisine. It's simple cuisine, but it's also very complex. And you chose one of the most difficult sauces to master.
I went out of my comfort zone, like you had asked me to.
Let's see if you pulled this off. But that mole sauce, that's very good, Sabrina. All these flavors and textures that you have going on in here are extraordinary. It indicates to me that you have a lot more to offer. Great job.
Thank you, chef.
Please go back to your station.
Hey, Josh.
Chef, how are you?
You know Becky, Josh.
I do. I saw her last year. Congratulations.
Thank you. You're working really clean, which is good, because when your station's in a mess, it's like your mind's in a mess.
That's very true. Thank you.
Tell us what you're doing.
I'm gonna do my take on my Bubba's chocolate cake. We used to eat that stuff all the time growing up. I'm gonna put some ancho chili peppers in there just to give it a little bite. And I'm also gonna make some sponge toffee and a Saskatoon berry gel.
This is the first time you've ever made something sweet in the MasterChef Canada kitchen. And it's for your grandmother, right?
Yeah, it definitely is.
I hope you do justice for her.
Gonna definitely make her proud.
Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Thanks, Becky. I'm taking a huge risk making this cake. I don't bake a whole lot, but I need to show the judges that I can do everything.
10 minutes! You have 10 minutes left!
All right. I forgot my gel in the blast chiller. It's not set, it's frozen solid. Now I gotta go to plan B. I add liquid to it and I turn it into a coulis instead. I really hope this works out for me.
Okay, that's good.
I am super excited. You know, this dish means so much to me. It's my whole family on a plate. So I'm hoping that I've made my Bubba proud. What I've made for you today is a Mexican chocolate cake with sponge toffee and a Saskatoon berry raspberry coulis.
I really love the plating. It looks like this cake just fell onto the plate. Well, let's taste it. It's like a symphony of flavors happening in my mouth right now. The salt, the richness of the chocolate, the crunch of the toffee, that little bit of the heat that comes in the back and just smashes you in the face. My advice to you is put perhaps a beautiful little quenelle of lime sorbet. That would just finish the whole thing. I just love it. It's a delicious, very sophisticated chocolate cake done in 1 hour. Incredible.
I'm impressed. I get that richness coming from that moist chocolate cake. I get the icing, that chili, that sourness. Everything is in here. This is complex. And I want to say welcome to the competition.
Thank you, Chef. To hear these judges love the cake, it's everything that I've ever wanted.
To prepare their mousse, they're going to have to whip their egg whites, they're going to have to whip their cream, they're going to have to blend those ingredients together, add the gelatin.
I'm making a orange chocolate mousse. I want to show the judges that I can put together different flavor combinations.
I'm going to make a white chocolate mousse. I'm relying on my flavors to get me through this pressure test. Okay, let's see if we have enough. It's going to be pretty tight. My lady fingers are sticking together. I kind of think that might be a good thing. One of the big issues with making a charlotte is that you have to get your lady fingers so tight together that the mousse and the glaze can't spill through the cracks, but I'm worried about the amount I have.
I don't think he has enough.
They're nice and tight. Line up, soldiers.
Does he have enough?
We have enough. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I gotta put it into high gear and get this cake finished.
10 minutes, you have 10 minutes left.
Really low on time. It's freaking me out right now.
Now they can work on the glaze.
I need to make it look really, really pretty. Chef.
Hello, Jeremy. Tell me the flavors of your charlotte cake, please.
It's orange chocolate mint charlotte, garnished with candied cereal and candied mint.
Wow, beautiful. Well, look, the outer row of the lady's fingers looks pretty decent. Any worries about me removing this piece of ribbon?
No.
Beautiful, Jeremy.
So what I want to see is a nice, clean cut. That mousse just sits there nicely, has a little jiggle to it, but you can see the layers. Let's see.
This is so dense.
It looks wonderful. A decent layer of mousse in between, another layer of the cake. Looks pretty good.
Thank you, Chef.
That's up the game, fellas. Now it's down to flavors.
Yeah.
The mousse, beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, soft, fluffy. The immediate hit that I get is chocolate. Then that mint starts to come around. The piece that I don't get is the orange. I think you needed a little bit more orange just to punch through. Overall, it's a solid charlotte cake.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Good job, Jeremy. Thanks, man.
Dr. Shan, tell me what it is.
It's a caramel toffee pecan charlotte. The mousse is a white chocolate Bavarian mousse and then a dark chocolate glaze on top.
It's gonna be stuck together.
In the end, I thought that would actually help out with structural integrity.
You can see, because your lady's fingers are so wide, it's actually very difficult for me to cut a reasonable size. So I'm just gonna cut it here, okay? How will this hold? Look at that. I think it's probably a little bit too soft. It's sloping downward a bit. Maybe there's not enough gelatin. So let's see how it tastes. Tastes pretty good. The thing is so rich. You got two different chocolates. You got the caramel, you got the pecan. I think it tastes better than it looks, but would that be enough to keep you in?
Kayla has just pulled out some chocolate. So my concern would be it's starting to get a little too sweet, too heavy.
Everyone else is just gonna do their standard cheesecake, and I really think that taking this risk is either gonna make me or break me.
That's good.
Josh.
Kayla, come on. Put it in the oven, Kayla.
And now we need to see what they do with garnishes.
So it's neck and neck. finishing touches, tidying up, getting ready to present.
I'm super stressed out because it doesn't look as pretty as I thought it did, and something as small as that could literally send me home.
Wow. Wow. You did a nice marbling effect. You missed a little bit of crust, though.
Yes, chef.
But I give you marks for definitely standing out from everyone else. The only I'm concerned about here is that you didn't really honor the main ingredient, which is cheese.
I just wanted to do something a little bit different.
Well, if different was your goal, you achieved that.
In a bad way?
In a good way.
Thank you, chef.
This is a tough mystery box challenge because we've upped the ante by asking them to do 2 dishes, one savory, one sweet.
So I'm starting with dessert, peanut butter and chocolate truffle. This is looking good already.
I'm gonna make some peanut butter whoopie pies. It's a cake top and a cake bottom, and whipped peanut butter and whipped cream.
David, how are you?
Good, chef.
You were completely overwhelmed with emotion when your family came in.
It is absolutely incredible to have them here with me today.
So what is your dessert?
It's going to be a chocolate and peanut butter tart with some whipped cream on top. The boys love their whipped cream.
Sounds fantastic. Good luck.
Thank you, chef. Come on now. There we go. You like this, buddy? Does this look good?
It looks great.
Sabrina is taking her fish now out of the parchment.
1 minute! Come on, son, you can do this.
Cody, he's plating his last few truffles.
Sabrina is deboning her fish.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands up!
The first home cook that we're calling up used their fish that their family gave them in a fresh and inventive way.
And they paired it with a dessert that looks absolutely mouth-watering. That home cook was David.
Yes.
Please bring up your dish.
Dessert is a chocolate and peanut butter tart, then vanilla bean whipped cream.
What dish would your kids eat first here?
Oh, without a doubt, it'd be dessert.
Dessert?
Absolutely.
It's amazing. The flavors are all incredible. The chocolate really complements the peanut butter. Just a little pinch of sea salt would help bring everything up. But other than that, great job. Please go to the front. The next dish we'd like to taste is a beautiful feast for the eyes. Cody, please bring your dish up.
The sweet dish is a peanut butter chocolate truffle.
A ganache should be rich, decadent, smooth. Is that what it's going to be when I taste it?
I certainly hope so, chef.
Cody, big, rich chocolate hits you right up front, and then the peanut butter sort of creeps in behind. And then to finish it off, that touch of sea salt. Delicious. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, perfect.
The third and final dish was made by a home cook who put a twist on a familiar protein, and they paired it with a dessert that evokes the best of our childhood memories. Please step forward. Lynn.
Chocolate chunk, peanut butter cookies, and vanilla milkshake.
This is one of the best presentation I've seen from you so far. It's not overly fancy. It's natural. You got the Asian hair and then cookies and milk, but elevated. Well, I can see some of that lovely Kraft crunchy peanut butter. You hit that right on. Definitely a soft, moist cookie. Wow, that is cookie and milk in dreamland. Crunchy peanut butter and chocolate, they're not overpowering each other. And then the milkshake, it complements this perfectly.
Thank you, chef.
Well done.
She's really happy.
Perfect. David, you're sweating.
I sweat. I put this pressure on myself. My son's birthday today.
Wow, so there's 2 of you with birthdays today.
It's amazing.
Excellent. So
You're making a peanut butter cake?
Peanut butter and chocolate. Standard vanilla icing. Cover the whole thing with pretzels.
My favorite part is dipping in the batter.
Yeah, it's the best part of the cake, isn't it?
That tastes good already.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you, Chef.
10 minutes!
We are low on time. I'm putting so much pressure on myself. My internal temperature is just roaring. I'm trying to concentrate. Oh my God. I'm putting so much pressure on myself. I've burnt the peanuts. I have to push forward. I'm not failing on this challenge for JJ.
Hi there, Christopher.
Hello, Chef.
That's a beautiful technique there. Where did you learn that?
Years and years of experience.
What else are you going to do now to finish the decoration on this cake?
Chocolate curls.
And you're tempering the chocolate to get the curls?
That's right, because otherwise they won't have big, nice curls.
Wow, that's amazing. I'll let you carry on.
Thank you, Chef.
You know, David's cake looks absolutely amazing. He handles that spatula like a pro.
Well, it's very similar to concrete.
It is like troweling.
My secret weapon is the fact that I am a talented concrete guy.
This cake really shows off who I was and who I am now. Today, I've done an opera cake, coffee praline buttercream, ganache between the layers, and it's layered all on top of a chocolate sponge.
Wow. This is a league of its own. My mouth is watering right now.
Thank you, Chef.
It all oozes out between the layers. It tells me that it is such a soft and delicate pastry cream. Beautifully balanced. Big hit of chocolate up front. A touch of that coffee comes in, and then just a slight crunch from the praline that you pureed up. For me, it's best in class.
Thank you, Chef.
Chocolate hits you, and then the coffee comes, and after that, textures of the hazelnuts. Definitely one of the best cakes I've ever had.
Thank you, Chef.
I'll be happy for you to do my birthday cake. Please stand down the front.
The chocolate birthday cake, Philadelphia cream cheese peanut butter layers, and then I covered the whole thing with pretzels and the roasted peanuts. It's my little boy's birthday today, so I put everything into it.
It's really hard to get a cake that perfect. Rigid, smooth construction. You got the peanut butter, you got the cream cheese, all these comfort things that your son loves. This cake is about love.
Thank you.
Beautifully cooked sponge. Enough sweetness, a little saltiness from the peanut and pretzels. In fact, that flavor is quite sophisticated. And you can't go wrong with peanut butter. Top marks all around for a stunning cake. But when it comes to spelling?
Yeah, I'm not known for my spelling.
I think that says hap. It made us all very happy.
I came here to be in the finale. This has to turn out perfect.
First thing I do, I get my brownies going. Those things have to bake and cool down fast.
Both of them are doing the brownie first.
I am expecting that chocolate brownie to be soft, moist, and mouth-watering.
The chocolate mousse is a very technical dessert to get going.
It certainly is. You'll have to take the passion fruit, you'll have to freeze it into a half sphere, and then you're gonna put your wonderful light chocolate mousse, and then your passion fruit inside of the chocolate mousse. That goes into the freezer. The whole thing sets. It's actually one of the most complicated desserts to do.
It's very tricky.
Ooh, time is ticking. I'm feeling the burn. I want this so bad.
5 minutes! You have 5 minutes left. And remember, it's a replication, but taste is king.
My brownie is coming out really well. It's nice and dense. It's also cutting really clean edges.
That looks about right.
2 minutes! You have 2 minutes left!
That doesn't work.
You know, desserts need to look absolutely beautiful. One shake of the hand, one misstep with piping out that chocolate, and you've got to start that plate again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up! Lynn, it looks pretty perfect to me. I like that crack because it's kind of like thin ice. Sugar, Coke felt very, very even, and that's what I was looking for. Inside, you have a nice combination, nice mixture of the white chocolate with the egg mix. That is close to perfection. Great dish.
Thank you, Chef.
Lynn, how are you feeling?
I'm very proud of myself right now.
At first glance, I do think your cutting of the chocolate brownie is less precise and a little ragged around the edge there. And that was the easiest aspect of this dish to pull off. But in the words of my esteemed colleague, taste is king. That ice cream is spot on. The chocolate brownie, delicious, soft, moist. All in all, a very good brownie.
Thank you, Chef.
This is not going to be easy. Thank you.
Me and Lynn are both strong players. We're neck and neck.
And now we're down to the final dessert. I have to say, this looks very elegant. You think you achieved the liquid center that we're looking for?
Yes, Chef.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. That is a sight of beauty. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. Fantastic.
Thank you, Chef.
I chose Trevor's dessert because I love mint and chocolate. It's a wonderful combination, so I'm going to infuse mint into a hot fudge brownie and a baked meringue with tahini cream cheese ice cream and pomegranate molasses. Oh, that smells good.
I sold mint when I was 14 years old. It was my first job, and my mom would drive me to all the stores, and I'd bring in my basket of mint, and everybody said yes. I want to do this dessert because I love representing who I am and where I came from.
It's there. Right.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, hustling, hustling.
What dessert is inspiring you right now?
It's Trevor's dessert. I'm amping up this chocolate with a little creme de menthe, a little bit of peppermint extract, and baked meringue.
Oh my gosh. So are you usually a dessert guy? Like, do
I'm
you
not
like
a dessert
baking?
guy.
No?
I don't think that, Andrew, because you won a dessert challenge, so I don't believe one word of that at all. Okay, so don't be modest, just do it.
I'm agreeing with Alvin here because if you're making a brownie, this is, in my opinion, the only way to make a brownie. Over a double boiler.
That's right.
Best, chewiest, fudgiest brownie ever.
That's what we want.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck.
Take care, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Baby.
Timing is everything in this challenge. I have quite a few components to get done. My meringue is in the oven. There's 10 minutes left, and I need to get my brownie done.
That's gonna be delicious. Oh, shoot.
Oh, no. Andrew has just pulled out a tray out of his oven. It looks burnt to me.
There is a lot of smoke.
That's a crucial mistake.
My meringue is toast, literally. Burnt toast.
Andrew, you're up next.
I know this dish is gonna be delicious, but is it as good as everybody else?
Today I made a dark chocolate hot fudge brownie with tahini ice cream, pomegranate molasses, with mint gastrique and manuka-soaked fruit. And
my palate cleanser
is lemon granita. Very clean, very simple.
I'm gonna waste no time and tuck into the palate cleanser.
Yes, chef.
Simple, solid, and straightforward. It does the job.
Yeah.
Presentation. It is eye-catching. I find it quite charming, almost dandy.
Thank you, chef.
And this is a pomegranate molasses.
Pomegranate molasses with a mint gastrique folded nearby.
Great texture.
Thank you.
That is soft and tender, and the chocolate flavors as fudgy as it gets.
Thank you, chef.
Nice incorporation of the mint with that chocolate, too.
Thank you.
tahini ice cream really is rich and creamy and decadent. The two flavors, I think, work very well together.
Thank you, Chef.
True.
Chef.
I like the Middle Eastern touches, the tahini in the ice cream, and then the pomegranate syrup. The brownie, nice and moist, crispy on top. Never had a tahini ice cream before. Good contrast.
Yeah.
You got the richness coming, of course, from the sesame, but it's not sweet, which is good. You got the acidity with the pomegranate syrup, gives it an extra layer of flavor. So I like the combinations. Very smooth, but very safe.
Great work, buddy. Awesome. Jennifer, how are you?
Oh, hey, Chef Claudio.
Tell me, what are you making for your sweet cheesecake?
Okay, my sweet cheesecake is a chocolate cheesecake. The inspiration is a walk through the forest.
Some spruce tips there, I see?
Yeah, I'm just in the process of candying them a bit.
Beautiful. Jennifer, can you remind me of your concept here?
This is a chocolate cheesecake, and I try to incorporate a lot of earthy elements.
Ooh, it's a bit under. See how it tastes, though. This is really great. Great control with all the textures. And those spruce tips blended really well with the richness of the cheesecake. Amazing.
Thank you, Chef.
My dessert is a really rich dark chocolate mint gelato and a Dutch cocoa pizzelli cone.
Both Taya and Trevor are making ice cream, but Taya started her ice cream when she was plating her main course,
It's delicious, cinnamon ice cream.
whereas Trevor is just starting his ice cream base now.
I am cutting it so close for time on this dessert, this might bite me in the butt.
Honey, put this in the box right there. Thank God the ice cream started because I still got to do a cake, a toffee, a mousse, a caramel. I got a lot of things going on. I need to get this done.
I'm doing a play on a fallen ice cream cone with the flavors of chocolate and mint.
Trevor,
Yes,
how you
Chef.
doing?
I'm doing all right, Chef.
Tell me, what are you making?
So right now I'm making a creme fraiche whipped cream with no sugar. It's gonna be very tart because I have a really, really rich dark chocolate mint ice cream going with this. Going back to my childhood, this is a play on. Kid just gets his ice cream cone at the stand and he drops it. It's all over the sidewalk. It's gonna be very abstract and splattery.
I like where you go with food. There's always a concept behind it. Let me ask you, though, do you think that this is elevated enough to win the trophy and the title?
100%, Chef. This is gonna be a knockout dessert, but showing restraint and sophistication at the same time.
Let me give you some advice. Don't look back, just keep looking ahead.
Thank you, Chef. It means a lot to me.
Looking good, Trev.
You know, I'm a bit worried. There's a lot of element on that plate, and I hope Taya has the energy to push through.
I'm gonna die.
So Trevor is making pizzelle. It's like an Italian wafer-thin cookie that can be shaped once it's hot into a cone. Perfect for ice cream.
I need to get this ice cream really cold.
He's only got 4 minutes left.
My only option is liquid nitrogen. It's a crazy gamble. I've never worked with it before. Let's give it a shot.
Trevor is really thinking like a chef and adapting to the situation. Using liquid nitrogen is always risky, but it's either try it or serve as soup.
Brilliant.
2 minutes. You only have 2 more minutes left. 2 minutes.
Come on, girl, you can do it. I'm gonna do a little mousse.
Oh my God, that looks amazing.
That ice cream and that liquid nitrogen, it's got to come out right about now, otherwise it will be like a rock.
One problem turns into another. The mold is so frozen that it's actually rock solid. I can't get the ice cream out of the mold, but I gotta keep pushing hard to get this dessert out.
So Trevor's just come back from the equipment room with a torch. So now he's heating the bottom of that silicone mold, which should release the ice cream.
He is not giving up, and neither is she.
Taya has just brought her ice cream from the blast freezer, and she has 1 minute to make canals and get it on the plate.
This is so much pressure, but I gotta shake it off because I need to make the best damn dessert that these judges have ever tasted.
There we go.
There he goes, coming out.
Yay!
Wow, he's doing it.
10, 9,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Trevor, please describe your dessert.
What you have in front of you is a chocolate mint gelato with a Dutch cocoa pizzelli cone and a creme fraiche whip.
Let's try this dessert. You know, this dish really resonates with me. The ice cream is obviously a bit hard. It's a bit too frozen. That's a common mistake when you're working with liquid nitrogen. However, having said that, the flavor that you have is divine. Great balance of chocolate and mint, really playful. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Great flavors. That big, bold, bitter chocolate with fresh poppy mint, which is a perfect combination.
You have the balance just right. In the ice cream, I tasted a bit of salt, and that's a very good idea. That little bit of salt brings out that chocolate even better. I like it. I like it very much.
Thank you, Chef Alvin.
Hi there, Becky. So you got sweet. So what are you cooking?
I'm gonna do a dark chocolate and coffee eclair.
And you're gonna be making a choux pastry?
Yeah,
That's a tricky one to make.
Yeah, I didn't use a recipe, so it might not work.
You didn't use a recipe?
I know what it looks like, so hopefully it will work.
Fingers crossed it all goes smoothly. Keep an eye on the clock.
I make choux pastry quite a lot at home. I mean, I find it pretty easy, but some people have a really hard time. I know what I'm doing, I'm not stressed, so.
Becky, it looks like she's done finished. She is unflappable.
It seems like nothing rattles Becky. She's always in the zone.
Becky might have enough time to actually make herself a cup of coffee.
Don't really get excited about things, but I'm shaking on the inside. It's coffee and dark chocolate eclairs.
The recipe you used was right off the top of your head.
Yeah.
For a classic choux pastry, something that pastry chefs work relentlessly at to perfect for years.
Yeah, I just did it by eye.
That's pretty impressive, I would say. Let's take one of these, open it up, and see how it looks from the inside. Look at that. Pretty full in there. The pastry cream is incredibly soft. And you have a good balance of coffee in there, and that dark, bitter chocolate works really, really well with it. I think you could have cooked the choux pastry buns a little longer,
yeah,
but it is very good. Which is why I had to have a second bite.
Let's taste. Watch out behind you. Incredible. The coffee flavor just pops. The pastry cream is beautiful, smooth, and velvety. It really is incredible.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make a version of the chocolate cake I made for my wedding, and I'm gonna do it with my mom's famous frosting.
Recently, my mom has been diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. To see the woman that you've learned from and admired slowly fade away, it's tough. All the more reason I have to win this. I gotta bring it home for my mama. All right, I just got called up second. I'm so excited. I did a little wow. I made an orange and chocolate mini cake with toasted orange-scented coconut topped with dark chocolate buttercream.
And the inspiration for this cake came from where?
So I made a version of this chocolate cake for my wedding.
Let's have a little taste. That icing is sublime. It is absolutely delicious. Soft, creamy, subtle hints of that bitter orange. Great balance. Chocolate cake with the coconut, delicious. A little on the dry side, but the two together are heaven.
Thank you, Chef.
Your husband is a very lucky fella.
I think so.
Miranda,
Hi, Chef Alvin.
tell me, what is the best part of this cake?
The icing.
You know what's the best way to eat icing? And just take this, okay? Wow, I almost bit off my finger. That is one of the nicest, smoothest, chocolatiest, loving icing I've ever had. You will go far.
Thank you, Chef. I am MasterChef woman Miranda. Hear me roar.